What's going on, everyone? Zach here from Ghoul School, where we dive into all things creepy and cool. And today, we're going to take a look at Babyface by Oneail FX. Alright guys, so before we get into the pros and cons of the mask itself, I'd like to talk about the company a little bit first. Now, Oneail FX is a New Hampshire-based effects company run by Jeremy Oneail. They currently have some of the best price points for full-head silicone masks, three-quarter silicone masks, and even face masks on the market. On top of that, they have some of the most insanely fast shipping I've ever encountered with one of these companies. Now let's get into the pros. So let's get right into the pros of this mask. First one being its price point. This is a full over-the-head silicone mask with power mesh reinforcement in all of the high-stress areas, such as the eyes and the mouth. And the best part is, it retails for $380. Guys, that's crazy. The sculpt alone on this is worth that. It's beautifully detailed, with the wrinkling in the neck, the deformed ear on either side, and on the back we have a raised spinal column, as well as boils here, and again some wrinkling on the back of the head. Not to mention the cracking on the mask itself. The next point I'd like to talk on is kind of a catch-22 for me. It's the paint job. Though in most parts I love it, there are a few things I'm not too happy with about it. The paint job itself is very detailed and beautiful. It shows a lot of depth in the recessed areas, but there's just some things I'm not too satisfied with. But we'll get to that later. My last point being in a pro are the extra details that Jeremy decided to add, such as the strings holding the jawbone of the front mask together, the sides as well, and the twine on the back and side of the mask that make it look like the character is wearing a secondary mask. With that being said, let's get into the cons. So moving on to the cons of this thing, the first one being the size. Not necessarily the size of the sculpture itself, but more so the core that it was built on. And I know that this is an issue that Jeremy has been addressed with multiple times, and I believe he's gone forth to make a smaller core for the future masks, but this one in particular is still built on that larger core. I myself have a bit larger of a head, and this mask still has a little bit of play on me, which cuts back the amount of emotions that I can portray through the mask. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the paint job. I know we spoke about this in the pros section, and I genuinely do love most of the paint job on this. However, there are a few areas on it that I feel were painted a little overly dramatic, which leads me to believe this would be better for a haunt or a theatrical setting and not so much the film setting. Moving forward, the fact that this mask doesn't have any nose holes, it's kind of a personal preference. For me personally, I'd like to see it in the future have nose holes, but maybe not so much for you. This mask makes you breathe predominantly out of your mouth, which could cut down on the amount of time and comfortability that you'll be able to wear this mask. The last topic I'd like to touch on kind of goes hand in hand with the size of it. Because of its larger size, its lip cupping is a little lackluster. It's there, but it could be better. Anyways, let's get into a movement video on this thing. So let's sum this one up. Though the mask is called Babyface, it can be used for a magnitude of different characters, whether you want a hillbilly psycho killer or a burn victim trying to hide his face under this mangled mask. Any idea you can come up with, this mask will take it to the next level. And again guys, this mask retails for $380. That's insane. So whether you're new to the silicone mask collecting and you're not ready to take that $600 to $700 investment jump, or you're a seasoned collector and just want to add something else to your collection, check out Oneail FX. Jeremy at Oneail FX is such a nice guy. He's very informative and he's very responsive. Any questions you have, he's right there with you to answer them and help you get the best decision and the best mask in your hands. That being said, Jeremy over at Oneail FX is offering my viewers a promotional code to get 5% off any of his in-stock masks, and we'll leave that link right in the description. Alright guys, if you liked this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you're notified anytime Ghoul School comes out with a new video, and you can stay on top of everything creepy and cool. Until then, stay creepy.